The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water. Them him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yay! Though I Rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepared a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with no oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I even. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kadama we grow my be. How ma uso Lisa? Adanu wato ewa sikple afo jakpata beda view monye ko agbeno heavy megba fumato awatanyu moye oyuwala don. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize. But if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Remember, here we are not neutral, never claim to be. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. And my name, Black Rasta. Now in every traditional African home there is a Blakk Pot, and each time this Blakk Pot sits on the fire there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the Blakk Pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the whole family in all its entirety. That is what we literally do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry. And of course, we subject this to some forensic scrutiny and tap out the creme de la creme of all these ideas that we use for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Come here. We are live on Facebook, also live on YouTube. You can also find us on Instagram. Find us also on X, formerly called Twitter. And we are also on TikTok, where we are ticking and talking with the hands of patriotism. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Please share the broadcast. Hit on the subscription button if you haven't done that yet. And do me the honest, hit also on the notification button so that anytime we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. Today we are late, over an hour late. It was because we were investigating a very tall issue. My brother, my sister, tomorrow we have a big exclusive for you. And I am talking about an exclusive, a big one that will shake the foundations of this nation. If you trust me, let me hear you say, yes, Rasta. A very big story. In fact, I have been investigating this for some time now. And when the opportunity came today, I had to be on the phone for 4.5 hours. My brother, my sister, recording, taking bits and pieces, editing and all that. Do forgive me for coming late. It's all in the service of God and country. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. And without much ado, I want us to go straight up into the caboodle for today. Story number 1. Watch this and share the broadcast. Attorney General disappointed in OSP-KEN OFORI ATTA extradition. Who is the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice of the Republic of Ghana? Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayine. This is the Zwarungu boy. My brother, my sister, for some time now, this man has been shaking the foundations of criminality in this nation. So many people he has arraigned before court. Many more are in the pipeline. One of the diciest of all these issues is the Ken OFORI issue. My brother, my sister, today is in the media all over the place that there is something called the FBI Red Alert. And it looks like Ken OFORI has written to the American authorities trying to get himself off the so-called FBI Red Alert. Now, what is the FBI Red Alert all about? Now, this prevents you from flying outside the jurisdiction. In other words, if you are in America, the FBI will make sure that you are a flight risk, that you are prevented from flying out of the United States of America. Now, we have been told that Ken OFORI, a former finance minister of the Republic of Ghana, a cousin to the president of the Republic, former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has caused serious financial hemorrhage to the nation. For that matter, the nation Ghana is busily looking for him so that he can answer questions. My brother, my sister, this is what Ghanaians are waiting for. Ghanaians want to see an extradition. There has been a stalemate between the offices of the Special Prosecutor and the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. It looks like it is going to be a very difficult journey. This is Ken OFORI, and today we were all told that he has written to the American authorities trying to get himself out. And this was made known to us by the Office of the Special Prosecutor after the news leaked in different corners. This is it. And it says public notice, Interpol Red Alert. Interpol Red Notice, and this is Ken Nanaya OFORI. He says in October 2025, the Commission for the Control of Interpol's Files notified Ghanaian authorities that accused Kenneth Nanaya OFORI had applied for the removal of his name from Interpol's Red Notice. Now, the commission requested Ghana's response to Mr. OFORI's application. Ghana's response was duly submitted on the 22nd of October 2025. Now, the communication, dated 7th November 2025, the Commission for the Control of Interpol's Files notified Ghana's authorities that accused Kenneth Nanaya OFORI had filed additional arguments in an addendum, and the commission requested Ghanaian authorities to file their response to Mr. OFORI's additional arguments by the 21st of November 2025. The proceedings are still pending, and the Commission for the Control of Interpol's Files is still studying the case. Now, during the pendency of the proceedings, the applicant's name, image, and details are often redacted from public view until a final determination is made. The public is urged to disregard all publications to the contrary as born out of mischief and miscommunication. Dash it away. This is from the Office of the Special Prosecutor. So the so-called Interpol Red Alert is what is here. It looks like Ken OFORI is fighting his case never to return to Ghana. He doesn't want to return to Ghana. He wants to continue being in America, and he's using the law to his advantage. As it stands right now, his name and photographs have been taken over the Interpol Red Alert, whatever they call it, my brother, my sister. Now, what is the implication? He can fly to any part of the world that he wishes. Recently, we heard that he was in Jamaica. As to what he went to Jamaica to do, only the spirit of Bob Marley can tell us that. He has been flying around the world whilst Ghanaians are busily waiting for him to return home or be extradited to the good people of this nation to answer for his stewardship. Now, new information is reaching me, and I am shocked and disappointed. Come here. My brother, my sister, from the corridors of the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice, from the vineyard around the ministry, the Attorney General doesn't seem to be happy with the special prosecutor. In fact, the extradition documents have been sent to the office of the special prosecutor. I am told that the special prosecutor has looked at it, and it looks like Kissie Gyampoh is just writing Shakespearean English. Pure English. It looks like Kissie Gyampoh, who is a top-notch criminal lawyer. In other words, he is so knowledgeable when it comes to criminal law. In fact, he went to school in both Ghana and also in America. He schooled in New York. But it looks like the office of the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice is shocked. First and foremost, the Attorney General has been waiting all this while to have the documents so that the extradition process could begin earnestly. But looking at the documents, one big question is here. What is the man accused of? Does the office of the special prosecutor have the mandate to prosecute this person? Now, we all know the special prosecutor's office is basically concerned with corruption, not crime. The office is established to deal with corruption, basically that. Now, if the office of the special prosecutor comes out to say, this man has caused financial damage to the people of Ghana, and for that matter, he should be extradited. The big question here is that you can cause financial damage to the people of Ghana, and it doesn't amount to corruption. We all remember the quality grain issue. Quality grain issue, when members of our political class were picked up after their tenure of office, my brother, my sister, and they were asked to stand before trial. They had caused financial hemorrhage to the people of Ghana. It came out that yes, but it was recklessness rather than corruption. I could be in office. I have not benefited from this money that has gone out or proceeds of this so-called act. That cannot be called corruption. It's recklessness. And that was what happened in the quality grain case. Now, I am told that the OSP has not been able to prove enough via the documents he has sent to the office of the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice that Ken OFORI is actually a corrupt person or is actually suspected of being corrupt. He's caused financial damage to the country. Does that amount to corruption? Have we been able to prove enough that this man called Ken OFORI actually benefited from the process of the so-called Corrupt Act from the offices of the Attorney General, the grapevine around the area, I am told that the documents submitted only speak English, nothing more. But the big question is this: if Kisi Ejabing is so much of a smart lawyer, a criminal lawyer, who knows so much criminal law, why would he send documents that don't seem to be attacking the issue properly? Long and short of it all, it looks like what is going to be presented for the extradition of Ken Ofori-Atta is weak and limp, dead on arrival. Two things: Ken Ofori-Atta could run to the American authorities and say, you know what, that office doesn't have the mandate to investigate me. They are in there for corruption. Now look at their documents. All they are talking about is, financial loss to the state. But they have not been able to prove that the financial loss actually benefited me as a person. And that, for the office of the Attorney General, is very, very troubling. And it looks like that office is very disappointed in the work of the OSP. Number two, Ken Ofori-Atta could run to the American authorities and tell them, aside the fact that the office of the special prosecutor has no mandate to investigate it, could also come out with the fact that, you know what, this is purely political, and that is going to hurt the chances of bringing Ken Ofori-Atta back home. Is somebody looking at these documents? What is the collaboration? Will Ken Ofori-Atta come home? My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, it doesn't look like we have been able to make a strong enough point via the office of the special prosecutor to have Ken Ofori-Atta brought back. And it hurts me so very much. It does hurt me. Can the office of the Attorney General and the office of the special prosecutor come together, descend from the high horses, share ideas, look into things, and make sure that this case is presented solidly, rather than, no, I don't want any interference. It is my thing. Nobody has the right to see my documents. And all those things that we heard in the past. At the end of the day, if Ken Ofori-Atta does not return to this country, it is going to hurt the fortunes of this nation. We won't be able to get to the nitty-gritties of all these acts. As it stands right now, SML, which seems to be the trump card of the office of the special prosecutor against Ken Ofori-Atta, is being fought in court, and at the same time is being sent all over to human rights for another look. What is the office of the special prosecutor doing wrong? What is the office doing right? My brother, my sister, it is saddening, but Ghanaians deserve better. A lot of money is paid some of these people to be able to carry out the job clean and nice. If you want Ken Ofori-Atta to come home, you will need to prove first and foremost that he has benefited from a certain corrupt act that your office, the office of the special prosecutor, is mandated to handle and investigate. It becomes One of those like the quality grain case. Then Ken OFORI can come out and say, you see, the documents they presented, nothing in there says that I have benefited from the acts that they claim while I was in office. And it kills the case straight away. Do we truly want to see Ken OFORI back? Why are we playing with this issue? What is the office of the special prosecutor saying? We are going to follow up on this issue to the end of it all. But as it stands right now, the documents that have been presented to the office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice is a disappointment. Disappointment is a Shakespearean play. Macbeth, Julius Caesar. Hail Caesar, the Ides of March is come, but not gone yet. My brother, my sister, are we serious with fighting crime? Or we are here to enact Shakespearean plays? With all the millions that are paid to fight crime, are we doing some cantata with our fight against corruption? I am hurt. And in the next few episodes, we're going to go deeper into this. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Come here. When we return, we got more. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo!
Blakk Pot, Kukushonamo.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, time now to just spend 1 second and click on the subscription button. Hit also on the notification button so that anytime we are on, you will be reminded to watch. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you and we love you. Please share the broadcast and then also recommend us to others. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Or you have a story that you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to do that. We are at your service in the service of God and country. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. How Sedinam Tamakloe betrayed Ghana. Who is Sedinam Tamakloe Ationu? Very pretty lady, young by all standards. She studied pharmacy. She became a pharmacist. She flew all the way to England, worked in England. She was so brilliant while she was working there. Pharmacy here, pharmacy there, pharmacy everywhere. She gained a lot of attention in the UK via her work. She achieved a lot via her pharmacy work. And at a point she told herself, England is not for me. Let me go home and serve my people. And when she arrived here, she was so instrumental in the pharmacy business in Ghana. She worked with the Ghana pharmacy. Association and beyond. She was the originator of pillbox. This woman here was so instrumental in reshaping the face of the pharmacy industry right here in Ghana. Then she got an appointment to leave out all the pharmacy she was doing and go and become the boss of Blakk. And when we talk about Blakk, what are we talking about? Small scale, medium scale, money given to small businesses, medium businesses, and all that to help these businesses grow. She became corrupt. When they are abroad, the systems work, so they work well. But when they come home, there's a lot of temptation to steal, and a lot of them end up as thieves, like this she thief. She stole money. She and her boss came together and stole so much money from this nation. She was arraigned before court, convicted of the crime, and she was slapped with 10 solid years of jail term. Former Blakk CEO Sedinam Tamakloe sentenced to 10 years imprisonment with hard labor for causing financial loss to the state. And then at a point, she said, oh, she wasn't feeling so well. So the courts should allow her to go out there and seek treatment. Her party, the NDC, was in power when she became the Blakk boss. All the wonderful hospitals that Mahama and the NDC built via the monies of the people of Ghana were not good enough to treat her of whatever disease or sickness she had. And the courts decided to allow her to go. Under the watch of the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo government, she flew out of the nation. The moment she sat in the plane, and the plane took off, breaking into the clouds before reaching the ultimate flying altitude, she said, akpenamao, nyekplenyamao. The plane tore the skies and arrived in America. When she touched the American tarmac at the JFK, she kissed the ground and said, I am gone. And true to her words, she decided to be a fugitive in America. We tried to bring her home to serve the 10 years sentence that she had been slapped with. And it became a very big issue before Ken Ofori-Atta's issue came into being. This is the woman. What exactly did she do? Ghana Web chronicled everything. The scenes of ex-Blakk boss Sedinam Tamakloe at Tionu. Now the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, while answering questions in Parliament on Tuesday, November 18, 2025, that's only yesterday, disclosed that the extradition process to get former Chief Executive Officer of Blakk, Sedinam Tamakloe at Tionu, back to Ghana is at an advanced stage. Dr. Ayine expressed optimism that Sedinam Tamakloe, who was sentenced to 10 years in prison, will be brought back to the country to serve her jail term. Now, the former Blakk boss was tried in absentia and jailed in April 2024. Together with Daniel Axim, a former chief operating officer of Blakk, who was sentenced to 5 years in prison with hard labor for causing financial loss of 90 million Ghana cedis to the state. Now, the former Maslock boss's woes began in 2017. After an investigation by the Economic and Organized Crime Office (EOCO) showed fraudulent disbursements of funds during her tenure. And this 2017, after Nana Addo just came into power. She was accused of embezzling 3.19 million Ghana cedis during her tenure at Maslock and causing a deliberate financial loss of 1.97 million to the state. She was also accused of making unauthorized commitments, resulting in financial obligations totaling 61.74 million Ghana cedis for the government. And here is the breakdown of all the money she was accused of stealing or misappropriating. 1. Appropriating 500,000 Ghana cedis of Maslock funds for personal use after it was returned from a private microfinance company or Baltimpa Microfinance Company Limited. 2. Withdrawing 1.816. That's 1.8 million plus in tranches after the Maslock board approved 1.7 plus of Maslock funds for a country-wide sensitization. Out of the 1.8 for the sensitization program, only 1.3 was spent on refreshments for some beneficiaries in the Volta, Greater Accra, and Bono Ahafo regions, with no program taking place in the other regions. 4. Appropriating only 579,800 out of the sum of 1.4 million plus meant for the victims of the Kantamanto market fire disaster in 2013. So she took about 60% of the money that was meant for the Kantamanto market people, pocketed it, and when there the cameras were all over, she gave just about 40% to the people and spent the rest of the money. Sedinam Tamakloe pocketed 70 million Ghana cedis meant for traders who were victims of Kantamanto fire in 2013. What wickedness. People lost their property. They lost their livelihoods. Government money, emergency fund, via Maslock was supposed to be given to these people. She went and gave peanuts to them. Oh, we'll come again, and took the rest of the money away. Only God knows how many died because they couldn't afford healthcare. They couldn't even afford food. This wicked she-devil. My brother, my sister, the NDC trusted her so much. She was active in the UK as a pharmacist. She came to Ghana, started it. Oh, she's so brilliant. She can handle this. She has a passion for healthcare and also for emergency services. They put her there. And this is how she paid us. My brother, my sister. But would she be returning to Ghana? Come here. If you ask me, I'll tell you it's very difficult. From June 2024, the former Attorney General, under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, this guy here, tried so hard to have her extradited into the country. The American people have been studying the documents from that time till now. They are not in a hurry to release her. It's sad. Yet when it comes to us, when somebody even steals one car, we are so quick at releasing the person. Maybe the speed with which we release our criminals would encourage the American people to release their criminals to us. Our criminals who have gone to be with them. It's sad the way people steal from us And the safest haven for them is in those countries that claim ownership of democracy, honesty, and what have you. It's a shame when you hear them talk about honesty, accountability, probity, and they are keeping these thieves with them. It's so sad. Today the NDC is in power. Sedinam is not even safe. She doesn't want to come. She has betrayed Ghana, betrayed her own party, the NDC, and at the same time, she has betrayed every individual in this country. Would she ever return? Are we going to succeed in having her come back? Or is yet another charade? I spoke with the Attorney General and he told me, Blakk Rasta, we are doing all we can. Right now it's out of our hands. We are just waiting for the American people to respond. We have furnished them with every little thing. This lady here was standing trial. And before the trial could end, she feigned sickness, ran out of the nation, went to America, and she was trialed. They completed the trial in absentia and found her guilty, slapped 10 years on her head. She laughed because she's not there, she's not returning. The moment she left, she knew she wasn't coming back. She knew that she would go to jail. And the government still sat down and watched this woman leave the country. The same way we watched, I'm borrowing the words of the special prosecutor, Ken OFORI walk out of this country because we're powerless. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonomo. Come here, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we'll take your messages and we will close the show. Okay? Hey ya! Wayo! Wayo! Kogu!
Skipper George. Blakk Pot. Kokushonomo.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonomo. And here we speak truth to power. Okay? So let's look at your comments as we get ready to close the show. I apologize for the late start of the show one more time. So we're going to make it very quick. We have a very big expose tomorrow. Oh my God. I can't wait to stay behind and finish up with the editing and everything. We have all the facts here. Oh my God. I wish I could start it right now. It's dirty. Sharp code that says more fire. Farouk Dech says salam Blakk. Gamli Jidefo says welcome sir. Said Sparta says respect my own. Bala Majid said I feel the warm-ups. Franklin Safo says Black Rasta, please talk about the Tanzania president's atrocities. She is the devil herself. We have that lurking in the corner. Yeah? Okay? Sharp coded. He says more fire, right? More comments coming in. Send them via Facebook. You can also send them via YouTube. And we shall pick them up and read them. Nana Ogum Powers says, Blakk, I'm watching you from Amasamine. 1. Ni Adote says, watching live from Hohoe. Show down boy says, Jah bless. Suleiman Prince says, Blackpot is really becoming addictive. I love the show. Love from Pet City. Gershon Abil says, yes, Rasta. Sharp Coded says, yes, Rasta. Of course. And I also say, yes, Rasta. Send your comments in via Facebook. Send them also via YouTube. We are excited to read your messages. Patrick Owen says, yes, Master. Says Sparta says, yes, Rasta. Showdown Boy says, yes, Rasta. Rukaya Ayana says, keep it up. We love you. Ronald Lawson says, yes, Rasta. And Prosper Black Jesus says, Black pot to the world. Bliss Abound says, welcome, Blakk. Time for some truth. Thank you so much. And I love this family. Please subscribe if you haven't done that yet. It takes only 1 second. Click on the subscription button and you are hooked onto the show. Tomorrow, I promise you, and you know when Black Rasta says it, we keep it. It's going to shake the foundations of this nation. Hey. And thank you all. Those who call and give us information, those who call to do business with us, and all of you. We would always keep your identities hidden, no matter what. Fatau Kalwule says, yes, Rasta. Rukaya Ayana says, yes. Stephen Elikem Losses says, Black Rasta, the African prophet. More fireworks. I love hearing from you when you speak away. I love hearing you when you speak away, right? Theophilus Otu says, yes, Rasta, better late than never. Good evening, brother. Farouk Dek says, the truth always wins. May Allah bless you more. Blakk, okay? More comments coming in. And this is from Ibrahim, Haruna Ibrahim. Says, good evening, Black Rasta. I'm watching you live from Tamale inside Mom Hotel. It has been a while. I watch my favorite program due to my busy schedule. But today, I will have an ample time to watch my favorite program. Please, whenever you are watching this program, share, like, and comment. Send your views. More fire. Woyoy. Ariga Oliver says, Black Rasta, more fire. Sean Street Storm says, our country or nothing, notre pays ou rien. Keep the fire up, my boss. Okay? More comments. And this one here says, Mubarak says, he's watching us. Philip Yao Domejo says, my mentor, I salute more fire. Dobie Osman says, good evening, Black Rasta. I hope you see the video from the northern woman telling you to stop fueling Rashida and husband issue because she's our thief. But we don't have any personal agenda. It's Ghana first. No one is bigger than Ghana. Thank you so much. Okay, King Faisal says, more fire. Black Rasta, Aku Ghana says, let's go. Babadoji says, OSP can be trusted. And James Querty says, Franklin Safo, Ghana first. Okay, more comments. And this one here says, this is a nice program. If the job is too heavy for the SP, why can't he resign in peace? Joe DK Quish says, what I do not understand is that how could Ghana extradite her citizens who committed offenses against America, but America cannot extradite a Ghanaian citizen who committed offenses in Ghana and decided to hide in America? I don't understand this. I don't understand it too. Tom Poe says, good evening, my brother Blakk. Jeremiah Gyampoh says, my brother Blakk Rasta, I wish you private call me on blah blah, please. Messages like that, send them to us. Yeah, our numbers are on the screen, scrolling. Send those messages to us. We won't accept messages like this. Please don't endanger yourself. Don't do this. Don't put your personal details out like this. Ras Mubarak is watching. Okay. How are you doing, Ras Mubarak? We love you. Hyde Rasta says, good evening, Blakk. Abdul Kofi Merlin says, OSP can be trusted. Okay. More comments. And this is Baba Doji says, Kedoforiata bought OSP a bulletproof car and other luxury vehicles. He can't give him out easily. They are both thieves and OSP must resign. Well, we are waiting for the courts to say that. But for now, yes, it is true. It was in the reign of Kedoforiata that those bulletproof cars were bought for the OSP's office. Right? Okay, Tom Poe says, my brother Blakk, can you please tell me how many criminals have been jailed by the OSP since it was created? Well, they've been able to get some corrupt people, pay back some money to Ghana. That one is correct. And if you go to their website, you would see all those figures. Okay? All right, so let's take the final message and we are out of here. Story number 3. Watch this. Women chase Professor Ransford Gyampoh. There's a gentleman by name KKD. Kwesi Dakwa. In his heydays, he was called the finest. He cut his teeth playing for GBC radio. And he was on top of his game. He could rap in the days of rap music, American style. He could rap. He was a fashionista. The youth loved him. And almost every concert in Ghana had him as an MC. He's been MCing Kojo Entry's shows from time immemorial till now because Kojo Entry can relate to the finest. He has a voice of gold. You could just as well say golden voice. And he is a man who loves tradition. And when he wants to go traditional, he is totally exceptional. And when he wants to go European, only a few European fashionistas could compete with him. He walks with a walking stick now, as you can see. And he has a very big phone, which is like the Dex top phones that we have. And he wheels it wherever he goes. In fact, 2 controversies. Number 1, he has a son who is gay in the UK, where, in fact, he surgeoned, got married, and did a lot of things. Kwesi Dakwa, aka KKD, the finest. His gay son had his face all over the Ghanaian media. And when I interviewed him and asked him about his son, he said, Blakk Rasta, I am not gay. My son lives in a country where this lifestyle is accepted. I gave birth to him, but it is not for me to decide his destiny. When he was speaking to me, his eyes were full of tears. I asked him, are you proud of him? He said, yes, because he's my son. He had an issue with his wife. They divorced in his heydays when he worked with the breweries in Ghana. He could afford to fly to London, have sex for 30 minutes and fly back to Ghana. From Ghana to London, 1 sexual intercourse and back. He had the money. His wife didn't want to come and live with him in Ghana. But he loves Ghana. His wife wanted to live in the UK and he still wanted to keep the bond. So, every weekend, He flew to the UK, had sex, and flew back. What a man. He told me this in an interview, which was broadcast across the world. He's a very, very nice guy. I love him. This guy. KKD, in his heydays, was the toast of all the young ladies. He was one of the youngest at GBC, which had a penchant for keeping the old folk there. KKD, Kwesiche Dakwa, the finest. He's a fashionista. I've encountered him a number of times. Now the second controversy. Come here. The second controversy, my brother. He went to a certain joint. I want to keep the name hidden because it's an event that is gone. And over there, he brought a young lady along with him upstairs. A young lady he had met at the show. A young lady who admired what he did and wanted help from him to help her walk the runway, because he himself is a fashion crazy man. So the young lady saw him as a mentor and followed him all the way down. When they met at the event, allegedly, he said, come up, I'm going to change, and then I'll come and MC the show. Come, let's go. So they went upstairs into his room, and over there, people heard mourning, whoosh, things like that. And after that, the young lady and KKD walked out arm in arm, as captured by the CCTV cameras of the said location. This was tendered in as evidence that they were an item. When the matter came up, KKD was arrested, and it was big news all over Ghana. He apologized to the young lady because she said she was raped. Again, she said she was a virgin, and he took her virginity. He apologized to the lady, and you can see it front page of the Daily Guide, one of the biggest political newspapers in Ghana then. Now the newspaper business is something else. KKD arrested in rape scandal. I remember when I interviewed KSM, a colleague of this man. And what happened? He told me, Blakk Rasta, I cannot do what he allegedly did. I don't have the energy for any such sexual journey. And many people thought it was funny. But that was the story. Ghana Web also published it. And you saw the headline a few seconds ago. Bring back the headline. My brother, my sister, KKD picked up KKD rape case adjourned again to January 13. It was adjourned. And the lady just decided that, you know what? I'm not interested in the case anymore. And KKD became free. It broke the heart of the young lady's family. KKD wrote a very beautiful apology to the young lady. This is KKD. When I interviewed him, I asked him, have you met the lady again? He said, no. We have not even spoken. Even. My brother, my sister, maybe the young lady, the former virgin, did not expect that her virginity would be usurped like that. KKD did not deny that they had sex. He said they did, but it was consensual. My brother, my sister. But the lady still maintained that she was raped. Amake Abebrese is an actress. She acted in some of Ghana's #1 movies. She's a veteran. She lives in the UK. Sometimes she goes to America and vice versa. Once in a while we see her in Ghana. Amake Abebrese. She doesn't seem to agree with KKD because KKD just got an appointment. 14th November 2025, KKD appointed Ghana's special envoy to the Caribbean. Caribbean is a whole large place. From Jamaica all the way down to Trinidad and Tobago and all those wonderful places. This is the special envoy from Ghana to those areas. And what did Amake Abebrese say when she saw this appointment? There is no serious country that will appoint men who have a documented history and allegations of sexual assault, sexual harassment against females to high governmental positions. It sends the message that men can abuse females and be rewarded. Do better, Ghana. That's what Amake Abebrese said. And it was captured by so many media houses, including Ghana Web. My brother, my sister, KKD said he did it, but it was consensual. In 2019, thereabout, if my memory serves me right, there was a BBC investigation that went all the way to some of the universities in Ghana and Nigeria. It was titled Sex for Grades. That's it. It was a fact-finding documentary to catch sex predators of students, female students, maybe even male students. And it went to the University of Ghana. It caught 2 people on tape. Who were the 2 people? Professor Ransford Gyampoh, as you can see here. Then also another gentleman, Butoko. He was also caught on tape. Now bring back the sex for grades. And let's see what BBC really said. And what happened. A fact-finding, bring it back please. A fact-finding committee set up to investigate 2 University of Ghana lecturers, Professor Ransford Gyampoh and Dr. Paul Butako. Following a BBC documentary titled Sex for Grades, has found prima facie evidence of breaches of the university's code of conduct and statutes as amended, and has recommended that the matter be brought before the university's disciplinary committee. But what really happened? My brother, my sister, the BBC also reported it. University of Ghana lecturers suspended after sex for grades. And these are the 2. And these 2 actually were caught on camera just like this. A young lady posed as a student of the university came and met with Ransford Gyampoh, and things happened. What happened? Professor Gyampoh sexually assaulted me and nearly destroyed my education when I refused. That's another allegation. A former NDC parliamentary aspirant joined several students sexually harassed by Professor Gyampoh at the University of Ghana to speak out. But this is from Ghana Today, and we cannot verify this independently. What we can verify is the BBC report. Bring back the BBC report. My brother, my sister, this was the 18th of February 2020. The documentary was done in 2019, and this happened in 2020. Run the story. And the story is quite serious. It says, 2 Ghanaian university lecturers have been suspended without pay after a BBC investigation reported they had sexually harassed undercover reporters posing as students. Now, the University of Ghana suspended Ransford Gyampoh for 6 months and Paul Butako for 4 months. Both denied the allegations made last year in the BBC Africa I Sex for Grace documentary. A Nigerian lecturer was also suspended after it was broadcast in October. 4 academics were secretly filmed as part of a year-long investigation from 2019, I told you. BBC journalists posed as prospective students to expose sexual harassment and misconduct at both the University of Ghana and the University of Lagos. And it says, warning, this content contains graphic sexual references. There was a video there for everyone to see. But in scene 1, Dr. Butako is filmed asking an undercover journalist if he could become her side guy, adding that a side will see how best to contribute to your career. Professor Gyampoh tells another undercover reporter that he will marry her. He then asks her what school she went to. After she responds, he says, there is a rumor that the students of that school like pennies. Bura. In the aftermath of the film, which sparked widespread social media outrage in Ghana and Nigeria, the University of Ghana lecturers were suspended on full salary pending an internal investigation. On Monday, the university's disciplinary committee said it had ruled that Professor Gyampoh and Dr. Butako had breached the university's code of conduct rules. The lecturers would undergo training about the university's sexual harassment and misconduct policy and would resume work only after a positive assessment. Their statement said the pair would also continue to undergo annual assessments for the next 5 years, the committee added. The reaction to the lecturers' suspension has been mixed, reports the BBC's Thomas Nadi from the capital, Accra. Dash it away. Some believe that the punishment was lenient. Some believe that it should have been harsh. This is Professor Gyampoh. A few days ago, he was caught in an altercation, even though he played the gentlemanly role, when one Dr. Domfe, during a program on TV, decided to go vitriol, and he called him Professor Odinkwala. In other words, a pedophile. I apologize for calling me Professor Odinkwala. Professor Gyampoh to his UG colleague, and they are both lecturers of the same university, as reported here by Ghana Today. In fact, he's asking his colleague to apologize, and it's public knowledge now. This can be, confirmed and verified. My brother, my sister, is he going to apologize? Would he not be apologizing? Dr. Domfe said the tape that was aired to us was edited. Professor Gyampoh actually threw a punch at him and he ducked. It angered him and he called him Professor Odinkwala. It looks like this BBC documentary is going to continually be an albatross around the neck of Professor Gyampoh. Professor Gyampoh told me in an interview on radio that it was his political opponents who set him up. In fact, he was going to be a running mate to a certain political candidate, maybe Mahama. Professor Gyampoh is also quoted as saying there was no student, no sex. It was a frame up because I was chosen as running mate for presidential candidate, and this actually was said on my show. YFM should have at least given us a bit of credit. My brother, my sister, there was no student. But does it really matter? This person posed as a student. You didn't know that that was not a student. For you, she was a student. That's just my mind. My brother, my sister, Professor Gyampoh was gentlemanly, at least according to the video we saw and what he said on TV that day. But again, it looks like the 5 years of assessing him, whether he's sexually right to teach in the university or not, is still an albatross around his neck. A female group in the university supposedly has written a long letter to all the sponsors of the university to stop sponsoring the university until Professor Gyampoh is removed from his position. Female UG students, alumni, petition for the immediate suspension of funding to the University of Ghana. Go to the last page. Now, it's a very lengthy one, about 4 pages. And it says it's signed. The Executive Council, girl power, but no name. We cannot authenticate this, but it's in circulation. I called the university to find out if there's any group like this. But the university says it's not one of those authenticated by the university, even if it is there. Female University of Ghana students, alumni, say girl power. Is it a private group? Even if it is, it's not recognized by the university. My brother, my sister, Professor Gyampoh, it looks like some women are rising against him. The president, John Dramani Mahama, said that the first man to bring him any scandal, woe betides him. Could this be that scandal? How is Professor Gyampoh going to deal with this? He himself has said his distractors will never succeed. Wherever it is, we are following up on the story, and wherever it goes, we shall go there and bring you nothing but the truth. What do you think? Do you think Professor Gyampoh should have been punished more than the 6 months that he went on suspension and he had to go for a certain training to teach him how to close his zip, to teach him how to stay away from sexual harassment? What exactly was the training about? How effective was it? Will people stop referring to him, the good old professor, born on the 31st of March in 1977? Professor Odinkwala. Will they stop? I'm sure every time he hears this, it breaks his heart. His wife will be broken anytime she hears this. His children, I'm sure a few people will see them in school and say, "Mo papa, Professor Odinkwala." It's heartbreaking, especially some of us who have children and they go to school. We haven't done some of these things, but our children are still attacked in one way or the other. Your father's beard like brush. Your father's hair like sasabonsam. But we have developed a thick skin. How thick is the skin of the good old Professor Gyampoh? Is the Blakk pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Dash! I'll take your final comments and we are done for the day. All right? This is where we speak truth to power. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please hit on the subscription button and hit on the notification button. And, oh my God, tomorrow I have something wild on Akando, Minister of Health. It's devastating. Akando. It's broken my heart. Tomorrow, I have something on the so-called doctor, Efriye, the guy who said Galamsey will never end. It's so devastating. It's crazy. It's beyond Galamsey. Hey, I feel like giving you a gist. Even if they put off the light tomorrow, we shall put on flashlight and come to your homes. Spread the word. It's very disastrous. Hey! And you would understand why we came late today. Fairly Brain, who is this, says the OSP should be removed from office with immediate effect. We have lost it all for allowing OFORI to leave the shores of Ghana and now looking for alternative ways to extradite him to the same country he left without any hindrances. We might be joking as a country. We are not serious enough. How Alasan says more fire. Commander Mello says more fire, Black Rasta. Patawo says OSP cannot be trusted. Philemon Alokatwa says fire, Ghana. Michael Ni Amon Johnny says 1,000. Fairly Brain, who is this, say the OSP should be removed from office with immediate effect. I think we read that earlier. And this is Ghanaian facet. Black Rasta, I think the Minister of Finance must also be blamed because Ken OFORI made a lot of payments without parliamentary approvals. The National Cathedral is an example. So you see, how did he benefit from that? If he paid other people, and there's no evidence that the people gave him chobo or back pass, OSP doesn't have the mandate to investigate him. That's what it is. That's what the Office of the Special Prosecutor is alleged to be doing wrong or to be going wrong. On corruption cases, he awarded sole source contracts to companies that were linked to him and his wife. That is corruption. We got to be able to prove that. He also violated the constitution on several occasions. Black Rasta, you are doing a good job. Thank you so much, Ghanaian face. We appreciate you. And, oh my God, I wish today was tomorrow. Ebenezer Ando says more fire, my brother. Emmanuel Oke says fire. Suleiman Abulazo says live from Paris, Blackport. Hey yo. Joseph Kubsie says fire. F4 Suto says Black. Abronye they talk something. Oh. You watch? Abronye. Oh. Wasu. We are serious. We are serious here. We don't do party here. If we used to talk. So you you go to those places too. Listen to discerning minds. We are serious in building a nation. We are talking common sense. Don't run around party people who are only talking party, insulting each other. No. It's not here. OFORI Kwame says, good evening, greetings, Black Rasta, Mr. Ahmed, aka Black Rasta. Okay. Kenneth David says, blessings, Black Wagwan. Emmanuel Alote says, good vibes, boss. Rudolph Basigiyem says, woyo. Big Mosaic says, good evening, Black Rasta. Professor Gyampoh in trouble. Yadobo says, good evening, my professor. Welcome. Kelly Black says, Black Rasta, good evening. Waiting for you for a very long time. Oh, my Iyoko petition helped me to start the process. You know what to do? Go to Iyoko. Ask of how you can put up a petition. Simple. Speedily, it will be done. Or better still, when you arrive there, ask of the boss. His name is Raymond Archer. He will listen to you. Or get somebody to take the details and deal with that. Yeah? And what Sadat Larry says, this is where we hear the truths of power. Big Moses says, yay. Though I Rasta, true Rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Though I Rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Big Moses says, "Ow, Mauso Bolisa." Kelly Blakk says, like and share the show. Kwame Owusu says, good evening, Prof. I'm most excited to be in class. Keep doing the good job for Mother Ghana. Audu Isaka says, Lord of mercy on us. Okay? We'll take two more and we'll be done. Yeah? Adimate says, so how much was Sedinam's money as compared to now? Well, we gave you the breakdown. I'm sure it helped. Bori Issa says, respect Black Rasta legend. We are proud of your good presentation to combat corruption and spewing out the truth. Black pot is hot. Big Moses says the pot is hot. No room for imbecility and bigotry, but patriotism. I like that. JDSGA says, greetings, Black. We are live. Oi, oi. Bori Issa says, yes, Rasta. Saida Mohammed says, yes, Rasta. James Baba says, yes, Rasta. Adote Alote and Maja both say, yes, Rasta, including Atankugu Asana. Anwar Sadat Larry says, Black Rasta, I'm sorry to say this, but I must say it. I love Nigeria. The atmosphere is in my body. I love Nigeria too. In fact, I love Africa. Emmanuel Alote says, yes, Rasta. Kojo Wanful says, good evening all. Watching from the cool mountains of Asesio, Eastern region. Asesio, where is that? I'll find it. In the Eastern region. Stay blessed, Black Rasta. Yes, Rastafari. Audu Isaka says, yes, I trust you, man. Okay? Last one. And this is Rap Thunder. Welcome, legendary Black. But Billy Graham Donko says, yes, Rasta. Welcome, my life forever. May Ghana prosper. God bless you. So that you will continue to do more work for the motherland. And Wasadak Larry says, I don't want you to feel like I have hatred for any Nigerian people. No, I love Nigeria. Okay, I think this is from the comment, from yesterday, right? It's all right. I know you love Africa. I do know you love Africa. Yawadobo says, si on peut avoir le jeune Africain patriotique comme vous, l'Afrique serait plus développée que l'Europe. If we could have the young Africans patriotic like you, Africa would be more developed than Europe. That's what he said in French, Yadobo. And Wasadak Larry says, welcome. My country, Ghana, is first. Wani Boy says, Wani Boy, long time no see, where have you been? Good evening, Black Rasta. Keep speaking truth to power. Ken Coley says, fire, yeah. Larry, Sadat, Anwar says, these people should not be given any mercy at all. Kofi M says, you are the best, Black Rasta. Truth will take you far. Anwar Sadat Larry says, no matter how he runs, this criminal ass will be kicked. Richmond Ajay says the OSP must be sacked. Ania Donani says more fire, Black Rasta. Richmond Ajay says it is intentional. what the OSP is doing. Well, it looks like this is where it all comes to an end. I do apologize for not reading all your messages, but they are still on the site and in the stream. Many more people will see them. I'll go back and read all of them. Those that need to be answered to would be done. In the interim, we have numbers scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us, or send us a story that you want us to follow up on. Okay? This has been the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo!
Power